Okay.
Hey y'all.
Hi.
Welcome back to another episode of Putting Our Business in the Streets. I'm Demia, the mother.
I'm Imani, the daughter.
And we have special guests in the building.
Okay.
I have to just say it.
All right.
A shout out to DJ Envy. I don't know if he trademarked that or not. So we have my cousin Stacey.
Hello, y'all.
And her daughter Ryan.
Hi.
And her daughter Kyla. And this is real life. Kyla is only 1, soon to be 2. So we will have background noise, and it's okay because that's the kind of family that we are. And we have our special guest here today upon request by Ryan, who wanted to talk about some things. And before we discuss our topics, do y'all want to introduce yourselves and say anything?
My name is Ryan. I'm just a young black female in Philly doing my thing. Period.
I know that's right.
Oh, that's right. Snap, snap.
And I'm Stacey. I'm her mother. And I bake cakes. We'll leave it at that.
Okay. So when talking to our cousins last week, we came for a impromptu visit last week.
Yeah.
And we talked about how we were starting this podcast. And immediately Ryan goes, I want to be on it. Of course you can. Do you have a topic? And immediately she said, what's our topic today, Ryan?
Life after college.
Life after college. So would you girls like to give an intro as to where you are right now in your life?
You want to go first, Mom?
Oh, I think I said this on the first episode, but I just graduated last year in May, and I'm still trying to find work.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan.
I graduated in 2021. I'm working with social services.
How old are you?
I am 23, and I'm still finding myself too because that's not something I want to continue to do.
So the question that I wanted to pose first is, what did you think, or how did you think life was going to be going through high school, graduating from high school, going to college, graduating from college, and bam, what did you think life was supposed to look like?
Well, I definitely didn't think we was going to have a pandemic because that played a major part. Because when the pandemic happened, I was a sophomore, and then we didn't come back till I was a senior.
But before the pandemic hit, what did you think life through college and then after college was supposed to look like? Like, what did you think?
I thought I was going to graduate, go to college, live on campus for like the first 2 years, then live off campus, have my own apartment, which I didn't, and be in a whole bunch of clubs, which I wasn't, and part of organizations. And then I thought I was going to come out with a job.
Okay.
I thought
Come out with a job back home?
No, I didn't want to come back home.
Okay.
Ryan speaking now.
Go ahead.
Just go.
I didn't know where I was going to end up, but I did think that I was going to get a job right away. And I feel like society makes it seem like once you get a degree, you're automatically going to get like a good job, which is not true.
Yeah.
And we're hearing this like when we're in middle school and high school. And it's like we see this on the TV shows, so we're like, okay, yeah, college gonna be fun, and we're gonna get a good salary job when we come right out. And that's not what happened.
I feel like we know that there is a possibility that you'll come out not getting a job, but since we were the type to, I mean, I won't speak for you, but I'm sure like we had good grades, we were doing what we were supposed to be doing, and then we get the degree, we thought, okay, we should come out and at least find something, and that wasn't the case.
So what's your journey been like? Let's start with you, Ryan, since you came out first.
My journey has been fine. I just recently got my first like job, like that's with my degree in criminal justice. You? Yeah.
So when you came, let me ask you this: when you graduated from school, did you graduate? Were you working anywhere? Yeah.
I was not working because of Kyla, but I did start, and I was working at like a little medical record job called Data Bank. And there was nothing wrong with Data Bank. It was work at home. It was nothing wrong with that. But that's not something I see myself doing all my life, especially with the pay rate, and especially because that's not something in my field. My journey now, I'm currently still figuring myself out because I do not know if I want to become a police officer. It's a 99% chance. Yeah, 99% chance that I do want to become a police officer. But I also want to become a lawyer, so work with juveniles. But I'm not rushing it. Mm-hmm. I don't like when the elders, what you want to do? What you want to do after college? What you want to like try to pressure you so much? There's not no age where you have to get something done in life. Mm-hmm. So I'm not rushing to become a lawyer. So that's why I'm just working my way up until I'm ready to go to law school. Mm-hmm. But I don't like how it doesn't matter if you're a family friend. I don't like when people want to put pressure on somebody regarding what they want to do in life. I think people should worry about their own self.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
What did you think, like when you thought about coming out of college, what did you think you would come out of college immediately doing? Or did you? Like in a perfect world, you would have graduated from college and then did what?
Started a family and have a job because, I don't know, like when I was younger, I would have thought like I would be married maybe by like 25, have my job, have my kids and stuff. But I mean, as you grow up, that's not what it is. That's not how it is. Mm-hmm. But like, you know, it's like a little fairy tale with every little kid thinks like and all that stuff. I don't know. I thought I was going to just get like a regular job, but it was hard finding a job at first because Indeed is not a good job.
I feel like it'd be a lot of scams on
there. I don't like Indeed. I like LinkedIn because you really, really get connections on LinkedIn. Like you really get connections on LinkedIn. So I like LinkedIn, and it has helped me get my first job that is with my career. Mm-hmm. So I do like LinkedIn, and I'm going to continue to use that, and it helps you build your jobs and all that.
So are you stressed? Are you unhappy? Are you anything? Like what's your feeling?
I'm not stressed and I'm very happy because, you know, I might have just still been working at that old job data bank when I didn't want to because I didn't like the hours. But I finally got like a new job and I'm happy. Even if I'm not like really happy with the job, I'm just happy that I'm able to start somewhere with my field. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people are not like where I'm at, and they like, I'm just grateful that I am able to still have a good job right now.
So what's your biggest complaint, or is there just the pressure that people are putting on you? Outside sources, not your mama, of course, but just outside people. My mom
has been my number one supporter. She has not given me any problems.
Mm-hmm. Woo woo.
Speaking on more of the older family members, but I feel as though society doesn't prepare us enough. It starts with the education in high school. In high school, we taking these basic math, science, English classes. We need to be taking finance classes, other life important skills classes, not just the education part. We need the whole runabout.
I just read somewhere that somebody's about to start financial classes as part of their curriculum in high school. Mm-hmm. I don't know what state it was, but I did see something on social media that's about to become part of their curriculum.
Because some people don't even go to college, so it's like even if you do learn that in college, everybody's not going
right to
get that extra
like if they
education.
Can have sex ed, they can have financial education.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I remember I learned in 7th grade, and that's even before high school, but that was because my teacher decided to teach us finance and have us write out a checkbook, and we lived in an apartment, and that was part of our grade to run an apartment and live like you were on your own. So that was in Catholic school, but that was before high school. It's not part of the curriculum for these kids. But that goes back to education and how they took out all the tech jobs or whatever, like home ec. All that stuff should be taught,
like a trade and stuff.
Yeah.
I had a social science class my senior year of high school, and my teacher did teach us how to do taxes. I forgot everything.
But
it was still helpful. Like that, and the fact that even though I don't remember nothing from that class, I still remember the class. Yeah. So, but that's the only class I ever had like that. Even in college, I didn't have no classes about finance or credit. None of that.
They do them basic gen ed classes.
Yeah, English.
So y'all feel as though the freshman year they should have a freshman class that's for freshmen just to teach
I
you
feel like
the basics of
they
credit
should,
and all that.
because
all throughout high
In
school.
college
in
or
high school, yeah.
Oh, in
I'm
high
sorry,
school.
in
I feel like it should start
But
in
you
high
saying in
school.
high school in case people don't go to college.
Yeah, it should start in high school
Right.
because
Okay.
everybody doesn't go to college. But then I feel like even in college, instead of y'all making us take these generic gen ed classes, have those classes be the finance, the credit. Because,
Right.
like, I get you need English, you may need math, but we've been taking that all these years. I think if we missed out on 1 or 2 classes, we'd be okay.
Like
Like
geometry is not as important
Especially as me, I ended up as a journalism major. I didn't take any math classes
Right.
after that. I only
Okay.
took it because it was a requirement.
Okay.
So, yeah.
and the math they need to be teaching y'all is how to count your coins.
Yeah,
Right.
not telling
And
me
how
that.
to- right.
I don't even want to say it wrong because I don't remember. Y plus,
Right. X plus Y.
X plus B.
yeah.
Right.
Like, I'm not using that in real life.
Right. I get it. And what's your experience, Monty, coming out?
It's been a little stressful only because I haven't found a job in my career field yet, but I have to remind myself that I'm not even a whole year out. So that's normal. But it just gets discouraging when people around you are, it seems like things are working out for them, but not you. And then it's not like I'm not applying. I'm applying, I'm actively applying, and I get interviews, but then I don't get the job. So it's just discouraging and annoying.
But although it's discouraging, what I always try to tell her is that just because people are working doesn't mean they're happily working.
Exactly.
They're working because a lot of her friends from outside looking in, they have to work because they're living on their own. They don't have the support of their parents, you know, things like that. So feel blessed that you're in the position that you're in, that you don't have a parent that's putting you out on the street, that's forcing you to go, you know, work all this other stuff. But then again, I also understand the pressure that Ryan was talking about, because I don't know if you get it, but I get it from people like, so what's Monty doing? Why is she not, you know, this, that, and the other? And
Oh, I get it all the time.
I don't need you to worry about me and mine.
Exactly.
Like, what's going on over
And they
here?
ask it as if like we're not trying.
They ask it as if y'all aren't doing anything.
Yeah, like that's the case too. We still have jobs.
Exactly.
It's just not what we want to do yet.
Because people are telling me, like, you know, Target's hiring this time. I didn't pay and go into all this
I'm
debt
sorry, but if I
for
have
her
a
to
whole
go work
degree,
at Target.
I don't want to go work at Target.
Thank you.
Right. It'd be
Exactly.
different if she wasn't working a part-time job. Like, if she was just sitting here doing, if she was sitting here not working, it would have to be, all right, Monty, now, I get it, but you're going to have to just go here and to make a couple dollars. But she is doing something. She is getting up and going out here every day, and she's doing something.
And that's why I keep encouraging Ryan, and I just go with the flow with what she's doing, because I know a girl, she didn't become a lawyer until she was in her late 30s. And now she graduated college when she was 22 or whatever, and got into a career, and then she switched fields. Like, it's okay. And I think that's what people have to get out of, you know. Unfortunately, I think we're getting out of it now, like this generation here, like our generation. You work 30 years, you retire.
Yes.
You don't have to be at the same job for 30 years.
Right.
You don't have to, you know, and that might not sound conventional to some people, but that's how it is.
Exactly.
So,
I think the only part that's discouraging is just feels like I got my degree for nothing. Because it's like they value experience over the degree.
yes.
So you could have the degree, but in my case, I don't have as much experience as other people. So it kind of outweighs, or I'm just not exactly what they're looking for. My experience isn't enough.
Right.
Whereas you could have somebody who didn't go to college and have the experience and get a job.
Right.
So that's the only part that gets to me. It just makes me feel like I went to school for nothing sometimes.
Yeah. If the pandemic didn't hit, do you think you would have learned more in your field?
Yes.
Because you had to be more hands-on in your major.
Yes.
And you couldn't be because of the pandemic.
I remember right before the pandemic, one of the classes that I was taking, we were about to start working with cameras and doing all this other stuff. But then that didn't happen. And then we were still home for 2 more semesters after that.
Yeah.
And then I came back my senior year. There wasn't really much left to do.
Yeah. The pandemic put a lot on everything. A lot on. Ryan couldn't go to, where was it, Rome?
Yeah.
You go study abroad.
Yeah.
Do you think if you had, that would have helped you do something quicker after college, after graduating? Put you in a position to...
I don't think so. I think I was always going to take a year off before I went to law school.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure, honestly.
I don't know. I think it really is hard, and I think it definitely goes back to where our parents, came out again, working a job for 30 some odd years, had the pension. Companies don't even offer pensions anymore.
No,
a lot of companies
don't even offer training. It's like they expect you to come in knowing everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But it's the whole thing of, again, our parents came out straight out of high school, had a job, worked 30 years, married to the same person for 50, 60, 70 years. And that's just not the way society is right now. It's not the norm. But it's very hard to change the minds of those who were married for our parents and grandparents, and they just don't. It's really, really.
Well, how was it for y'all? Like, what was y'all transition like when y'all came out?
I came out of college working at Circuit City. Y'all know what Circuit City is? Remember Circuit City?
No.
Yeah.
Circuit City is like a Best Buy.
Mm-hmm.
It was what was out before Best Buy, and I was I graduated with a degree in business. What I wanted to do with that degree, I have no idea. I was just going to apply to somebody's company, and that's where I was going to go work. And but the difference at Hampton when I graduated, they had college fairs on campus. But I think because of COVID, y'all couldn't get those.
Well, we did have them, and they were in person, but then after the pandemic, they were all virtual.
Right.
But they also didn't pertain to every major.
Right.
Because they would send out a list beforehand of what type of companies were going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And most of them didn't have nothing to do with what I was trying to do, so I didn't go.
Right. So I came out with a degree in business, had no idea what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to not move back to Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. But I came home for 2 months, and I moved back to Virginia because the girl I graduated with, she had moved down there, and I was like, I can just move down there and just live with her. So I went down there, but I had to get a job. Mm-hmm. So the first job I got was at Circuit City. I worked there for maybe 2 or 3 years, selling TVs and VCRs. And ended up working at an insurance company, and then that's where I was for 4 or 5 years after that, and then I moved back to Philly. I would say the job I just left was the longest place I had ever been, and that was 7 years.
Longer than an insurance company?
Yeah, I think I was only there for like 4, maybe 4 or 5. She's like, oh, my jam. Mm-hmm. I think I was only there for 4 or 5. I don't think I was there for 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the law firm that you're talking about?
Oh, no, I was at the law firm for 8. So my average years have been like 6, 7, 8 before I get the itch and I'm ready to go. Because even when I did at-home childcare, that was only 8.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even seem that long.
Maybe not even that long. So that was my journey, but I didn't really come out knowing what I wanted to do. Yeah. And now I'm in childcare, and who would have ever thought that was never, ever a dream of mine, is to go into childcare, ever. Mm-hmm. But circumstances required, and that's what I ended up. And going back to how you said the person switched majors at 30, my girlfriend in North Carolina, she went to nursing school in her 40s and is now a full-time nurse. She started out in finance and decided to go to nursing school.
Exactly.
And then here she is. Mm-hmm. I think she's loving it. I think she's enjoying what she's doing. But, she says if she looked back on it now, she would have went to nursing school. But that wasn't something that she had thought of at the time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, anything's possible.
Yeah.
It's okay to pivot. That's been a word that I've been hearing lately. It's okay to pivot.
Most people don't even do anything that they degree.
Yeah,
is related.
My degree was in business, and I didn't graduate the 4-year way, but I graduated later, but it still was in business. Mm-hmm. And during that time, straight out of college, I worked when I came home from the first year of college when I was away, I worked in the bank. And then I worked for a mortgage company for 10 years. And then I worked for another mortgage company for 12 years. And now, here I am, laid off.
That's a story for another day.
But I am an entrepreneur, and I bake cakes and do parties and treats for parties, and
Your new path.
yeah, I'll figure it out when I figure it out. If I go back to school, it would be for nursing, because there are many opportunities in nursing. Like that's something. Like I wanted to be a doctor when I was growing up. But then, like, I got kind of squeamish when I got to college and had to do all that stuff. So that's where that stopped. But I know nursing, you could do so much on the back end that you don't have to really deal with all the nasty stuff. That I could do that. But Ryan is grown now, so I can do. I feel like I could do more now than before. So
that's again another topic for another day. Did you? Because we can talk about that forever and a day. Did you see life for them different than what they have right now? Like, did you see, they're gonna go to college, come out, get a job, get their apartment, and be out on their own within 6 months? Like,
no, because of COVID. Because like when COVID came and slowed everything down, I was like, this is like, Ryan had to come home for her her last year and stay home her senior year. If she would have stayed on campus, her and whoever, they might have. Things might just going differently. I don't know. But, and the same with you, Imani, you just got thrown off, and it's like, y'all didn't get that. I mean, y'all still got the college experience, but it's just the world is so different now. It's just so.
Yeah, COVID changed a lot.
Yeah.
It did.
And I mean, I know we're out of it, so Biden says whenever he's going to end it in May or whatever, but
What he's ending what?
Yeah. Wait, and then COVID.
He's going to lift all the COVID restrictions off in May. But we've, as Americans, we've already lifted them off and done what we want anyway. But I think it'll be. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know.
I think I thought of it different. Like, I didn't expect Imani to be home this long. I would have expected her to have moved down south already.
Right.
Okay, but are you saying that because of my relationship?
Yes.
Or, well, what if I wasn't, though?
Well, I don't know how to think that way.
I think
you're
so
not.
because you always said you wanted to not come back.
Yeah.
And I encouraged her not coming back.
Right.
But I thought it would be, first it was with a full-time job that was going to relocate her somewhere.
Okay.
But now, because of the relationship that she's in, I expected for her to go down there.
Okay. But see, that's the thing with COVID. Like, I guess y'all couldn't do internships. And like, you could have done the internship with Hampton News or something. And then that could have led to a job.
Yeah.
So.
In the city.
Yeah. It just messed up.
That's what I'm saying. I can never think about like how it could have been without COVID, because I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Like, I cannot be like, oh yeah, this and that. I really don't, because COVID just hit us like so dramatically. It's like that's all I remember now.
And that's not even something that we could have even foreseen, because we had never gone through it either. So it was literally a shutdown of everybody's life.
Exactly.
A shutdown of everybody's life.
And that shutdown too slowed down things for everybody, because I wasn't working in the office, and now I'm like, can I go back into an office now? Now that I have to go find a job, do I want to go back into an office? Like, that's crazy.
But I like that they had the hybrid option.
Yeah, a lot of jobs have hybrid options.
I like hybrid.
Now that's funny, because to me, I hate to say this negatively, and I don't want this to sound negative. I think it may have made people lazy, because COVID has made people lazy.
Why is it
especially with there being hybrid? So that means y'all don't know what it's like to get up, get dressed, get your kid out the door.
Oh no!
Get in a car or a train and drive somewhere and be somewhere by 8 o'clock in the morning.
No, I can't speak for other people, but I do.
Okay,
I gotta get up at between 6 and 7. Get in the shower before
now.
Before
a year ago.
But she still knows it. She knows how that is.
Okay, now you do. Okay.
I don't though.
I gotta get up
Thanks,
before Kyla, take that shower, then get myself dressed, eat something, then get Kyla dressed, and I gotta I gotta make sure I'm at that daycare at 8 o'clock, so I'm making that 8:11 train.
Okay.
You stop picking them.
So make sure you make the train.
Yes.
And how drastic was that for you?
No, it was fine because me and Kyle are early people.
Okay.
But I just don't like how this is when, like, you know, since I'm hybrid, I do go out sometimes. I don't like how if I'm out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, why is everybody out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon every single day? why is nobody working? I'm on my break right now, but what's the reason for the rest of y'all?
Yes.
Like every day is busy out on those streets. I'm like, nobody go to work.
No.
And how you think you gonna do getting up, going to a job at 8 o'clock?
I don't know, because I don't like
you
to wake
complain
up
about
early.
going to the job you have now at 3.
I don't complain.
Or
because of
2:30.
the time. I complain because it's part time. I don't complain about the time.
Yeah, but no, you could drag to get to work at 2:30. Now, how you gonna do getting up and getting out the
That's
door
just 'cause
into a
I'm-
job by 8 o'clock?
I have so much time beforehand. So I'm just doing stuff, so I just lose track of time, and then like, oh, I gotta go because I gotta get on the train too and make the train. But I don't know how I'm gonna do it a full-time job because I don't like to wake up early. I don't.
Exactly.
I don't need the money. I don't need
It's
the.
it's
and
a struggle.
2 people have changed my life.
It's dramatic.
It is. I mean, I don't sleep as late as I used to. Like today, I was up at 9:30. But I don't know. That's just because my body naturally woke up, though. Like, when I have to get up and, like, wake up to my alarm, it's just a struggle.
Yeah, but
I want to be that person who can just wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning and do what I gotta do. Be done by 12.
be done by 12.
People be saying when you wake up, you like on the weekends.
Oh.
Like if you wake up at 7, run all your errands, you be done and back in the house by like 12 o'clock.
It's amazing how that's what you say, but when that's my life, you're like, why are you up so early? And why
I aspire to be that.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not.
Because I be getting up, getting my stuff done, be ready to take a nap at 12, and here she come out. Good morning. What's for breakfast? Like, what? Not that she's asking me to cook the breakfast, but just the fact that we're talking about it. And because we are completely different people. I am early bird, and she is night owl.
Yeah, I am early bird.
Yeah.
And it is terrible.
Well, Didi, you know I can sleep all day if you let me, so I ain't no kind of early, late, nothing. Give me my bed. And I just started watching New Amsterdam.
From season 1?
Yes.
It's good. You know, it's the last season. It just went off the air.
Oh, I ain't got there
Yeah,
yet.
you got
so
5
it's
seasons.
fine. I got it.
That's a good show. Wow. Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
So if you had to give advice to
A freshman.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, what would you do? What would you say?
Honestly, live your life and party it up. You're gonna have to learn on your own throughout college, basically, and what you want to do. But I would say you're still young, so live your life. Go to those parties after class. Go hang out with your friends. Don't just stay in your dorm all day.
Thank you for the after class.
What about expectations?
Don't have no have expectations, but hold your guard up and stuff. Just don't expect stuff from people. Like, get it on your own. Sometimes you just gotta get on your own and find your own. Like, just don't expect a lot from people, because you can expect something and then they let you down and then you blaming them. But it's like, just have expectations for yourself. Just trust yourself, believe in yourself, and you gotta find your own way, basically. Because at the end of the day, you have to make that decision. Whatever you do in life, you're making your own decision. So you can get opinions from people, but at the end of the day, you have to make your own decision.
Did you have enough support?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. Very good. You have support now?
Yeah.
Very good. Not that I was trying to put you on blast.
It don't matter. This all I.
Imani.
I agree about living your life and partying. Like, I was thinking recently, like, how much I was going to parties in college versus now. I don't go nowhere. But it was just right there. So I would just go. But it was still fun. Like, you with your friends, and at least like when you go to college, you're gonna meet a lot of people from a whole different places. So once you graduate, you don't know the next time you're gonna see them.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely take advantage of the time that you have there, and also go to everything, whether it's like an event or an informational thing, something like that. And it's cliche, but be yourself. Like, don't follow people just because that's what it seems like what everybody else is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like people think high school is the time where people get, like, fall to peer pressure a lot. But I feel like college is really the place. Because you're on your own. And you don't really have nobody. This was the case for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like what I've noticed is that since we're all on our own, a lot of people don't really know what decisions to make or how to rely on themselves or know what's best for themselves because they always had a parent or a figure to do that for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So definitely know what you want and stand by it.
Is there any one thing you wish you had done different?
I wish I was more
I wish I was more active in
active.
clubs.
Yeah.
If I feel as though if I was more active in clubs, I would have gotten more opportunities
Same.
to maybe have a job coming right out of college if I was more involved in school.
I 100% agree. It's my same answer.
And you just talked about that the other day.
When?
So it's not your parents'
Talking
fault that
about-
you didn't finish anything when you were younger.
That's a different story for another day.
We're not there. Don't be tangent.
That's a
no.
different story for another day. That's sports and stuff. Nobody said
Well, why you ain't do sports and
No.
school?
Whoa. Different topic. Come back. We were just talking about, you had just talked about joining different clubs in your field. You were just talking about that the other day. But I guess it was on the same lines that you wish you had done more.
I wish I was more active.
Yeah.
See
Are you about to go off of what she just said?
Just let it
Go
go.
ahead.
Excuse me.
What is this?
See the difference between college and like middle school going to high school. That was just extracurricular activities for after school, just for me to be involved. I didn't say that I wanted to fully go through dance my whole career or gymnastics my whole career. I'm talking about different clubs that geared towards your major or something, like a criminal justice club, a women's empowerment club that can help you get resources for when you get out of college. That's the difference.
Excuse me.
Wow.
But yes, it would have been nice if she kept me in activities after school and middle school and high school.
There's a story there.
We'll save that for next time.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So you feel the same way about clubs and stuff? You wish you had done.
Like, I was in stuff, but I definitely feel like you need to be, I don't want to say a lot because you don't want it to interfere with your academics, but you need to be active and not just, like, don't just do dance. Like she said, like, stuff that is related to your major or what you want to do.
Oh,
Or
we were
that's
talking
just
about
like-
the church stuff. Sorry, not to cut you off.
Oh, well, it was on campus. But, yeah, just be more active,
Okay.
involved.
All right. Do you feel like we covered enough underneath this topic, Ryan?
Yes.
Very good. Anything else you want to say to close it out?
I don't have anything else to say. Does anybody else?
Do you feel like you had the support you needed? What? She said,
I
Ryan
mean, I
came
had
out
support.
immediately and said yes.
I had support from you, but it was just you.
Okay.
What's the matter, baby girl?
CRAZY.
All right, well, I thought that was good.
Yes, that was good.
That was good.
I like that.
Mhm.
Hopefully, you ladies help somebody else.
Mm-hmm. And I hope that you both get everything that you hope and desire
Yes.
and crave. But just stay in prayer and God's going to provide. God provide.
No.
I hope y'all do too, because the grind doesn't stop for y'all either.
Amen. to that,
Amen.
girl.
Amen.
Yes,
You
no.
better say it.
But
And
look,
I claim it.
look. Okay.
Because it's a whole new world out here now. Yes, as you were saying, it's time for us to live our lives.
Yep.
Since we
Me
have
and
done.
Didi going down to Virginia and get on that farm.
And that's all for this episode.
Right. Thank you so much for joining us. Kyla is letting us know that it is time to go. So, how are we supposed to close this out?
I don't know. Bye.
Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for our next episode. This is Demia.
This is Imani.
And thank you for listening to Putting Our Business Out in the Streets. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.